Hello everyone, good evening. My name is Matt Fisher. Welcome to another Pokemon not Pokemon Days. It's not Pokemon Days at all. It's Retro Wednesdays. Excuse me, I'm 2 days behind. Now, I do notice that since we've launched our YouTube memberships, there are actually, I like how they're sort of welcoming people to, I don't know if you're on the streams already or whether they're just welcoming people regardless, but either way, welcome. Now obviously already a patron but wanted to show support here, so oh cheers, thanks Mark. So obviously if you don't know what YouTube memberships are and also what the Patreon is, let me just explain, because obviously you'll see things popping up and you might not know what they are, and also you'll see a new join button on the channel and you might not know what it is. So basically there are 3 tiers where you can get additional content or early access to content. So you'll see here, as we say, welcome to the Bulk Crew. For Zach, what the Bulk Crew is our middle tier where essentially you get early access and then you'll get some merch offers and a few other things. There's also the Bat Cave, which is gives you access to an additional Discord channel and also additional content. So you will get some hangouts once a month, and that also includes the new watch party, which is going to be us hanging out watching retro movies together once a month, and that is specific to the Batcave tier. Now you don't need to be in both, you can be either in the Batcave or the Bulk Crew or indeed the Wolfpack, as Mark is there, on either one, and you'll get the same rewards. So you don't need to be on both, you can be on one or the other and you'll get equal amount of rewards. So for example, right now, if you are part of the Bulk Crew or the Batcave, you can get access to part 2 of Dino Thunder versus Abaranger. Right now, it's available. You can go watch it now on either one. You can get YouTube member access or through the Patreon as well. And also on Discord. First of all, Discord is free to join, so if you're not already on the Discord, I recommend that you go and join. You will also get additional features on there. So if you're in the Batcave, you get a completely additional channel where we will also post content, and that is where the Hangouts will be hosted. Hope that clears things up a little bit. So, good evening to everybody in the chat. If this is your first time watching, because I never really know. Obviously, since the debacle, shall we say, with part 1 of Dino Thunder vs Abaranger, there has been an increase in quite a few hundred new subscribers. So I never really know if those that are joining onto the stream are ones that are regulars or ones that are new. So if you are new, say hello in the chat. Let me know where in the world you are. It's always nice to hear. And for those that do join every week or every now and then, welcome along to you. Now, I think it was the last Retro Wednesdays, wasn't it? We were opening up some vintage Mighty Morphin Power Ranger trading cards from Season 1. However, we learned in that stream that there's actually multiple different versions of that Season 1 cards. So I had 2 boxes of the Walmart cards, and to be honest with you, I didn't need 2 boxes. I think we got through about halfway through the first box and realised we'd got pretty much the whole set. So then we started going into Season 2 of those cards as well. And the one card, because most of the cards in this set are, we're not looking for expensive cards, but basically none of the cards in that set are particularly collectible, apart from, well, what I thought was one set, and that is of the shiny Green Rangers, and it turns out that they weren't even in the Walmart set. They were in a completely different set that looked exactly the same, just in a different box. But thankfully, we have actually managed to get hold of one of those. It's coming from America. Now, obviously, I can't, unless I start VPNing into the US and start sprawling through the American eBay store, I can't always see where all of them are, and the ones that were shipping to the UK were like $350. But I don't know if you're on the stream or who sent it to me, but somebody sent it to me on Instagram. They'd managed to find one on the American eBay, and I do actually have an American address. It's not a property, it's a PO box basically, and they were selling it for pretty cheap. So we've got some of those whatever they were called, collectible or hobby series of those cards coming. They'll take a while because obviously they're going to come from wherever they are in the US, they then have to make it to my address in California, and then from there have to make it all the way to the UK. So it'll be a while yet, but they are on the way. So I'm looking forward to opening those. But we also learned that there's 2 different kinds of the movie cards as well, but by the same company, and I still don't know exactly what it all means, but we'll find out. So basically there's this is the gold box, which is supposedly has some of the more collectible cards in it. Somebody actually sent me on Instagram, there was the Ninja Megazord from this box. I don't think it's necessarily worth this much, but someone was selling it for like $2,500, a PSA graded 8 card or something. Chances are it's never going to sell at that price. I couldn't believe that anyone would buy it at that price, but in theory that could be in this box. But there is also this box, which is also Fleer, but might be different. So I don't really know. We'll see as we get into it what the differences are. I think we'll start with this one anyway. How far in advance will the movie for the retro movie watch together be announced? I think we've got the announcement going out on the 8th of April for the end of April. In fact, while you're on the stream, let me just double check what we've currently got it scheduled for. It is, I think it's the last Friday of April, but I will just double check that for you. You never got that green one because it's a hobby set, not Almighty. Yes, that's it. So, excuse me. Got a bit of a cough tonight. Yes, so those, I got 2 boxes coming from the hobby set. As I say, it'll take a little while to get here, but thankfully someone managed to find it for an actually pretty reasonable, never mind the $350 or somebody was charging for 1 box. So I'm looking at completely the wrong calendar. Bear with me. Relaunch. No, I want the content calendar is what I want. Would have been a good idea if I had this all prepared for you. Yes, so the announcement will be going out on the 8th of April and then the hangout on the 22nd. So for those that are in the Batcave tier, I mean, obviously I can say it now, but the general announcement will go out on the 8th of April. Yeah, we will be doing a watch along for to this movie, the Power Rangers movie, the original 1995 movie. That is going to be our watch party movie this month on the Discord hangout for the Patreon and YouTube member Batcave tier members, backers, whatever the word is. I'm good, John. How are you? Right, so we're going to dive into this box. It doesn't look very exciting from the top, but we're going to dive into this first. And I think my box is a little Swiss. Let's go with the camo one tonight. Now, as I say, I don't really know how big this the set is, and I don't really know the difference between this Fleer set and the gold Fleer set. We'll see as we get into it. Oh, this is all set up to go in a store, wasn't it? 2 trading card packs for only $1. As you can tell, I don't think we had these in the UK. I'm pretty sure these were US only. Unlike the stickers that we did a few weeks ago, I had those when I was a kid, so I know they were released in the UK. I do not remember these trading cards in the UK, either the movie ones or the just the main series ones, either season 1 or season 2. So we're going to go through these, made by, I'm guessing, a completely different company to the ones that made the series, and we'll see what we find and whether they're any different in the sets. Hey Shane, good to see you again. Right, let's have a look at what we've got here. Oh, well, good one to start it off. The whole cast, although I'm guessing that's not actually the cast. I'm guessing that's all the stunt doubles, because usually you can tell by the way they're posing. The actors didn't really know how to pose, but the stunt doubles did. And I remember hearing something about the helmets for these. Obviously, what was always quite weird was when you first stopped watching this scene, and the bit with the building site is like one of the opening scenes, and you start to see things like Aisha's helmet had the lights in the saber-toothed tiger helmet, and then Rocky had like a scanning thing in his helmet. One thing that they did say that they wanted to do was they wanted to make the visors clear, or that have the ability to go clear, because they wanted to have the Rangers' faces, because obviously it's hard to differentiate between the actors and the stunt doubles. So when they had close-ups, they wanted to be able to basically, you know, like touch a little thing, and it obviously it'd be early 90s or mid 90s CGI, but touch a little thing and the visors go clear. And they kind of did that in the 2017 movie, but they abandoned the idea for the 1995 movie. Unlike the ones in the series, these don't have like trivia on the back or anything, but maybe they do in the other set, but not that one. I'm looking forward to that. Good to see. Probably see you there then, Mark. Ivan is one of my favourite PR villains just for the hamminess of it all. I think he was a Shakespearean actor, and he was having a lot of fun with that role. But the only thing I didn't like of it, but it's not necessarily the movie's fault, the TV show did this as well. Lord Zed was so menacing when he came in season 2, but he just became so bumbling by the end of it all. It just seemed like such a waste of that character. Missed the last few because is that you had COVID? Well, I hope you get over it soon, Shane. You had a Tengu Warrior card. Like I say, we did not have these. Oh, well, that might be the one that you had. We'll get to that in a sec. We did not have these in the UK, as far as I know. Aisha. We got Lord Zed. Because Lord Zed was so menacing. But by the end of it all, he was just this bumbling. Well, Rita was bumbling as well. These are meant to be your villains, and they just made them these really comic book... Well, not even comic books, not doing comic books justice, cartoony villains. Are they? Yeah, okay. And then so this is the thing that I never understood as a kid, and when they get the ninja powers, I always got confused, because I was like, well, okay, well that just mean that the movie was canon to the TV show, but obviously it wasn't. They go and do it completely differently in the TV show, because obviously in the movie it's, you know, going through the jungle and getting these powers, but then in the TV show it's going to ninja and getting the powers. But I get, you know, they had to bring it back to make it work with Sentai footage, but it just never really worked for me, the fact that it wasn't canon. Parents wrote letters saying Lord Zed was too scary for kids, so they made him kid friendly. I mean, even if he's bumbly, I mean, having his no skin and his flesh and his brains hanging out, I don't know if I could say that was kid friendly, even if he's a more caricature, funny version. 2017 would should have had at least Zed post-credit scene with him being proper. Well, I imagine that the sequel that's not going to happen now probably would have brought in Lord Zed, because I didn't like the 2017 movie, but I do like the idea that Rita was the original Green Ranger, because that explains why she would have the green power coin, and I do like the fact that Zordon is not some interdimensional being trapped in a time warp. They were all Rangers, they were all aliens, and he's dead, but his consciousness is tied into the ship. Therefore, he is physically somewhere, as opposed to in the show, I've complained about this a number of times, the fact that the tube is not... It doesn't contain him. Even though in this movie, he does. I think there's a line in this movie where, you know, when Ivan has wrecked the command center and the Rangers come back and Zordon is lying in all those crystals and in a sheet, and I think Alpha says something like, outside of his time warp, he's losing power or something. But the tube is not a time warp. But we're not going to get into this again, because we could do a whole stream on this, and we can we can watch it when we do watch party at the end of next month. Not only one box, Jared, there's 2 on the way. But as I say, this could take a while because it's got to get from... I don't know where it's coming from. It's coming from somewhere in the US to my address in California, my PO box there, and then from California all the way to the UK. So it could take a while, but at least it's cheap. So hopefully we can do a part 2 stream where we on the hunt for that shiny Tommy. Because a lot of the cards look similar. They just look slightly altered. Because... they must have been printed by the same company, but then the rights were split. They split the set or something. Excuse me. But the cards look very similar. And I don't just mean the design. Like a lot of the images on them look very similar. So it just seems that the hobby set or the collector card set, whatever you want to call it, had the more desirable, more collectible. So we may end up ripping through them, all of them, looking for that shiny Tommy. So that's going to be a very different type of stream. It's not necessarily looking at the cards, because we've already done that. It'll be on the hunt for that Tommy. Arctic Shark, good to have you along again. The kid in this movie, would you prefer him as just an... I like the kid in this film. He had a little bit of a Paul Rudd look about him. Fred the Gold Ranger. Oh... so he could have been in Zeo, couldn't he? Maybe they could have done that. Maybe they could have done a thing where rather than bring Jason back, they had Fred. Well, no, they can't because the movie's not canon. So they couldn't have done that. But anyway. I actually like... I mean, that's a terrible picture, but I actually like the Falcon Zord. And I think I like flying Zords. I've said this before. I think that the best Zord from Mighty Morphin was the Pterodactyl. Because it's basically a fighter jet. And it was the most viable as an individual Zord, if you know what I mean. Because you didn't see them fighting individually very often, but in the comics they start to bring it back a little bit more. I haven't read all of the Boom comics yet, but I've read like the Justice League and... in fact, I've done a video on the Justice League and Power Rangers crossover. It's on my channel. It's quite a long time ago I did it, but it's there. Falcon was a bit of a downgrade from the Tiger Zord. I prefer the Falcon Zord. In fact, I just think flying Zords are more viable, but either way. Ah, yeah, there you go. We were talking about Tengu Warrior cards. A Kamen Rider say, but is that the one that you had? Tengu Warriors. These tough chicks, well, not chicks in that way, were not hatched from eggs like most species of birds. No, these birds were born from a wad of Ivan Ooze's spit. I don't think it was spit. I'm pretty sure it was snot. But I suppose spit is a little bit more... less disgusting? More less disgusting. That's not a thing, is it? But Tengu Warriors, am I right in thinking they were never in Sentai? These were specific to Power Rangers, were they not? The one you had was a single one. Okay, well, we've got plenty of cards to look through, and of course we've got multiple... well, we've got 2 different sets to have a look through. A rated R Power Rangers movie. I mean, yeah, I guess it would. I mean, if you watch some of the Sentais, they do not shy away from things. Oh, that's a very... I mean, if you're scared of clowns or magicians, look at those teeth. That was meant to be him appealing. Like, that was meant to be his more appealing form, because he was trying to sell the ooze to kids. That is definitely not a more appealing form. That is definitely scarier to kids than Ivan Ooze's normal form. The Psychopath novel was great. I'm going to get into all of it at some point in this year, because a few people had said whether or not I was going to do a Power Rangers comic book video, and I didn't want to do it until they'd finished the arc, and they've done that now, so I can get into it properly, because they're moving on to other things. At the time, thing was unnecessarily convoluted. It was. I'm glad they retoned it a little in later seasons to be an energy being in a tube. More, yeah. Turbo Power Rangers movie, the film that wrongfully assumes that cars were cooler than giant dinosaur robots. I agree completely. They weren't in Sentai because the Mooks and Coherent. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Tengu Warriors were Power Rangers only. I mean, a ranger smashing a skull in. I mean, they could do that rather than having a giant Z on putties. I mean, let's face it, the putties weren't killed, were they? Very rarely you see a putty get killed. He'd just get knocked onto the ground and then he'd sort of transport back to the moon. That is a very young-looking Lita. Lita, did I say? Rita. That... Well, obviously, the actress that played Rita changed a few times, obviously, because they originally had the Japanese actress. Was it... what was her name? Mikita Shoba? Was that her name? Obviously, the actress played a few times, but she seemed to get younger and younger as we went along. I don't know why they did that. The voice was the same, but the actress who played it just keep getting younger. Okay. Well, there's Fred. Although it's just... He's written as Truth Seeker. Was that a thing in the film? Was he ever referred to as the Truth Seeker? They are labelling it as their names. That's Rita Repulsa and the Truth Seeker. I don't remember that. Is that a thing? I keep hoping we see a take on Ivan Ooze in the Boom series. I would have thought it's coming at some point. A darker take on him could be fun. Because Ivan Ooze, I think, would... obviously, he hammed it up a lot. But I think there's room there for him to be humorous, but darker. Like, sadistically... Like, funny, but sadistic, if that makes sense. Dorodoros have the same theme at the end of credits. And there's... Yeah, okay. They have the same theme. Have a theme song, great credit. Dorodoros. I'm trying to remember them from Kaku Ranger. What did they look like? Oh, did they have the swirly faces? It's been a while since I watched Kaku Ranger. Rito is the name of a snow cone place. He followed his dad to dig site and followed them to the factory, and that's where he learned Ivan. Well, I mean, obviously, yeah, he was the one that figured everything out. Oh, okay, no. So it's not just labelling them, because then these are just being labelled with sort of random moments in the film. So that's him seeking the truth, and that's the master's plan. So that's when he's unveiling. Deciding he needs massive help to take over Earth. Ivan Ooze sets in motion his plans to recruit the kids of Angel Grove into his own army and make their parents into his own personal zombies. Although I'm pretty sure that is in the factory where they're reviving the mech. Dorodos look like ghost face. Oh yeah, okay, they look like kind of like a Scream face, don't they? But it was swirled, wasn't it? Yeah. Yes. What was her name? Dulcia. That's it. But she was the second actress. I mean, I guess this would be the original You Welcome Dads. Whenever I'm pretty sure it was my dad that I dragged to see this film, and I doubt he enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much, but I imagine there would be a moment where he woke up suddenly when Dulcia started appearing on screen. But she was the second one. She wasn't the original actress. There was another actress, and I don't know why she was dropped. I do remember hearing about it, but I can't remember why it was. Caught up in some copyright issue. And that would be weird to see. Yeah, and obviously by the time the film came out, Billy is no longer uber geek. Billy got buff, and by season 3, in fact, look at him there. He's even more muscly than Adam and Rocky. After seeing the 2017 movie, my wife asked me how far into the movie I knew it was bad. I said the Zeo crystal was in the Earth, not Zed's palace. She said it was. There are concepts in the 2017 movie I like, but the delivery was awful. Like Rita taking a donut break in Krispy Kremes. I mean, come on. But like Rita's introduction or her re-emergence was terrifying. I thought that worked really well, and like I say, there were interesting concepts in it, but generally speaking, it's just bad. Right. I mean, if Pokemon the movie had something a bit more interesting, he might have stayed awake for the whole thing, but pretty much snoring straight away for that one. Oh, here we go. Another view of terrifying Ivan Ooze. I wonder if this is going to be a bit like the like with the stickers, you know, where they had when we did the sticker album stream, there were pictures from like deleted scenes in well, you get the sticker to stick it in the album, but it was from a scene that wasn't in the movie. So I wonder if that's going to be the same with these cards. Yeah, see here. So Zordon has a body in this, but it's hidden below a sheet. But Alpha says something like he's out of his time warp or something, and then obviously he gets restored to the tube. And it's just weird. See, what's it say here? Zordon lies in a state of weakness brought on by Ivan Ooze. The Power Rangers must save their friend and mentor before... Oh, it doesn't say much, to be fair. Okay. Is this the Tengu Warrior card you were talking about? That you said it was a single one sort of swooping down. In fact, I think you can see... You won't be able to see this on the camera probably, but I think I can see the strings. There's one there and there's one there. Because obviously, yeah, if this is a production photo, they would have probably tried to like matte out the strings or something. But because this isn't a still from the movie, this is a photo. You can still see the strings of the Tengu Warrior being lowered down. This is the one you had. Okay, yeah. I would have thought they'd try and do something to hide those strings, but that's obviously not going to. Hang on, what is this? Oh, checklist 1. Okay, so this gives us an idea of... So there's 75 cards in this set. Now, I can't remember who... Who was it who sent me the message on... Was it Instagram or Twitter? I lose track of where people send me the messages. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Olchigi? I'm not sure how you pronounce your name. They sent me... What is it? No, that's the... here it is. So, Power Rangers the movie Falcon Ninja Zord Holo card, PSA graded 8, $2,500. That's what supposedly it's worth. That's what it's selling for anyway. So, if we were to look at the list... oh wait, no, it's not from this set, is it? It's from the gold set, I think. Well, we'll see. Well, we got a checklist there, so I'll keep this sort of aside to have a look through when we can. I think the only time I slept through a movie and didn't care was 2013's Man of Steel. I don't think I've ever slept through a movie. There are a couple of movies I've walked out of, and sometimes regretted it. I think I walked out of the first Mummy movie. As I say, the first one. I mean the first Brendan Fraser one. Because I think I was just a bit too young for it, really. Whereas now I love that film. I think Mummy Returns was okay, and obviously it went off the rails after that. But the first Mummy still holds up. And then the second one was Lost in Translation, which again is a movie I love now. But when I went to go see it in the cinema, first of all, the original trailer made it look like it was a way more fast-paced comedy, whereas obviously Lost in Translation is actually a very reflective, slow-paced movie that kind of makes more sense as you get into adulthood. When I was probably about 15 when I saw it, and I was with my parents, and it got to the scene where they're meant to be going out for the night, and they're in a Japanese strip club, with the song Sucking on My Titties Like You Wanted Me blasting in the background. And at that point, I think it was time to leave rather than sitting there watching with my parents. So I think those are the only two movies I've ever walked out of. Although I have turned movies off. Holmes and Watson, the Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly movie. Oh, that was a bad one. Breaking the Magician Code showed depending on the sun, sunlight, the cables are becoming of it. Well, yeah, okay, I guess depending on the sunlight or depending on the lighting, and the lighting would have been so that on the camera it didn't show up, but it showed up on this. 2017 was not bad, but it needed another draft to let it rush. Yeah, that's pretty much what I think. Your mum fell asleep during Transformers. Well, I haven't seen Transformers, so I probably wouldn't have wanted to see it either, but I imagine that's probably quite an action-y thing with lots of things blowing up. It's not really one that you would normally fall asleep on. can I quote you on that? Which bit would you be quoting me on? Power Rangers does Breakfast Club vibe. Yeah, as I say, I'm not completely against the 2017 movie. It's just, I think the overall delivery could have been a lot better. It was one that not 100%. Well, I mean, I imagine there's not loads of, in a 75 card set, I imagine there's not loads of Tengu Warrior ones, but there is one here called number 69 called Bird Brain, so perhaps that's the Tengu Warrior one. We'll have a look. Oh, 2 Tommies in a row, with both look like production. So he was the only one that could actually pose. None of the, like, generally speaking, they'd always say that the actors didn't know how to pose. They had to use the stunt actors, but Jason David Frank was the one that was like, you could count on him to nail the poses. Oh, yeah. It was not the. If you haven't seen Lost in Translation, or if you have seen it and you know which scene that was not a scene to be sat with a parent either side. It was not the best one. The best redesign was the power coins. Yeah, yes and no. I don't dislike them, and because were they also part of the Zeo Crystal? Was that? I haven't watched the 2017 movie since I did a video on it, so it's been a while yet. But the different coloured sort of gemstone coins, I don't dislike them. Oh, but the design of the suits was terrible, and the Zords. The Zords, you couldn't even tell what they were. Apart from, to be fair, actually no, Kimberly's Zord still looked okay. Couldn't really tell it was a pterodactyl, but again, because it's basically just a fighter jet, I stand by the fact that she had the best sword. The most 90s opening scene that you could hope for, some skydiving, and then a rollerblading scene. Oh no, they've cut it off. So this looks like it's actually a film cell. But so there's a bit where if you watch the movie, when Fred's dad gets oozed and they all start walking towards the building site, there's a wide shot of all the parents walking down the road, and there are 2 extras that clearly didn't know what they were turning up to be an extra in. Or it was meant to be a reflection of like a very varied, eclectic neighborhood. But there's one guy in a tuxedo, and then there's another one. There's a woman who's in like cowboy boots, a tassely waistcoat, and a cowboy hat, and Dolly Parton curl blonde hair. Not oozed in that way. You found it's number 62. Number 62 says Nasty Bird. Yeah, so that could be. Well, I'm sure we'll come across it at some point. There we go, Dulcia again. With those, that was actually quite an interesting way of. Because it was just a staff, wasn't it, that pulled apart, and then they became like nightsticks, and she swung it, and it sort of started whistling. I did like the look of the ninjas. I guess it made sense to move it forward a bit, because obviously in season 2 they were still using the Dino Zord style, but for the new Zords, and it didn't really work. They needed to change it up for season 3, and I think the ninjas was the best compromise to be able to do that. Ah, there we go. There's Zordon in his sort of crystal array, whatever that was meant to be doing, and the egg that Ivan came from. Goldar not being a gorilla dressed in gold armor was 2007's biggest tragedy. Well, I mean, I like the idea of you had to. She had to seek out gold, a bit like a Gollum type figure, in order to raise him up. But then the final, iteration of what he looked like just didn't look very good. The moving action figures. Oh, the really shiny ones. Yeah, I never had those, but I had the predecessors from the TV show, the 3.5-inch figures. They still look cool, actually. In fact, I do actually want to get one or two of them at some point, because they came with an additional coin for your Morpher. So if you basically so if you got the the Pink Ranger, the sort of shiny metallic Pink Ranger figure from the movie, you'd get that coin but in hot pink, and it would fit the original Morpher. So at some point, if I can find, I don't want to get them on eBay or something because they're too expensive. If I can go to now that COVID's, well, I say COVID's dying, it's not really in the UK, it's growing again. But when COVID eventually leaves and maybe we start doing some like toy fairs and things, I want to go and see if I can find, not necessarily the figure, I like the figures, but I want to find those original coins, because I've still got the original toy Morpher from '94, and I'd love to be able to get those metallic coins. The Yellow Ranger not so much, because the Yellow Ranger coin is just gold essentially, but all the other ones are color coordinated, and I really want the pink Falcon coin. All the Rangers have ripped sleeves, yeah, because it's 90s. The redesigned power coins remind me of the Dino Gems, Dino Thunder. Oh, you mean from the 2017 movie? You got a complete set for $20. When was that? I'm guessing that was a while ago, wasn't it? Because they've gone up a lot. Well, actually, I speak too soon, because they're probably a lot easier to find on the American eBay. They're not that easy to find on the British eBay. I mean, I could get them because, as I say, I've got an American PO box, but then you got to pay 2 lots of shipping, and then you got to pay tax and potentially import tax as well on them. So, looking at this picture now, in the movie it didn't look this way, but you can tell that the backdrop is a sheet. This is pre-CG, obviously. Oh, and then you go. There's another shot of what do they say? Pink Ninja and Twist and Shout. Twist and Shout? I'm holding these a bit too high, aren't I? I don't remember those. Whoever did the captions for these are a bit off, I think. Yeah, see, look, Buff Billy. That is not the nerdy Billy, especially not nerdy Billy from the pilot. He's super nerdy in the pilot. Number 69 called Bird. Yeah, there is. Number 69 is called Bird Brain. Yeah, so we will keep an eye out for the Tango Warrior cards. Wasn't Twist and Shout a Beatles song? Was it not the Monkees or the Beach Boys? I don't know. I know which one you're thinking of, though. Well, yeah, I mean, I think he had to get permission to not be so nerdy anymore, to sort of make himself a bit more buff. But I guess it makes him less marketable, because I mean, at the moment I've just finished watching Mighty Morphin season 1 again, because I want to do a proper review, obviously when I first did it was just going to be an overview of Power Rangers in general and then Zyuranger, because I had no idea when I first did it. So I want to do a proper in-depth review. So I've just finished watching season 1 and I need to move on to Zyuranger. But when you watch season 1, you realise how balanced the characters were. You had the really nerdy one who was learning to learn martial arts. You had Kimberly, who was the very gymnastic one. Trini had more of a kung fu style. Zach had his hip-hop Kido. So they had lots of different versions of the martial arts, and then it kind of got a bit more homogenous as they went on. The movie McDonald toys are almost complete. Yeah, they did like a very cheapened version of the Morpher, didn't they, for the McDonald's toys? And I've got that. Her helmet looks very weird because they did change the shape of them. I've got that pink Morpher, but obviously there's two things they did in the movie. It's that they changed it so that you had the gold symbol on the chest, which all the toys had, but obviously wasn't in the TV show. And they gave, well, I'm sure we'll get to it at some point, they gave the White Ranger a Morpher, because obviously the White Ranger had it was the suit from Die Ranger, so obviously they weren't using the same Morphers, but in the film, he did. I do like Ivan I do like how much he hammed it up, and apparently he was great on set. He loved doing it, but he is a properly, classically trained actor. Billy probably had the most character development. I mean, he did. I mean, he because he had throughout Zeo as well. He became sort of the additional alpha. And then I still think it was meant to be that he would develop the Zeo powers. But I did ask him, and he never saw a script for the movie or he never saw a script for the end of the Zeo series. Sorry, did I say the Zeo powers? I meant the turbo powers. He never said, or he said that he never saw a script where he developed the turbo powers, but he kept sort of going off to do something in Zeo, and then you didn't know if it was, well, the Rangers didn't know if it was because he was going to be the Gold Ranger, and obviously it wasn't because he was going to be the Gold Ranger, because he couldn't take on those powers. It was Trey, and then it became Jason. So what he was doing, sneaking off all the time, we don't really know, apart from maybe it was, sneaking off to be with the Aquarian that he eventually ran off with and married. I wish they had changed the helmets when the powers switched. Do you mean in season 2? Into season 2? I guess they thought it was more marketable in the West. Because to be fair, I didn't like the Die Ranger suits. It's a shame David Yost never came back as a mentor like JDF. Well, actually no, I won't say. I keep alluding to something that I've been working on, and I can't say what it is yet. I'll get to that though. Terrifying. Ivanhoe's Zordon again, and they don't have a lot of ideas for these cards, to be honest. They're all kind of the same. Oh yeah, there was that weird alien thing that they came across when they first landed on that planet, wasn't it? What was that meant to be? The searing heat of Phaedos doesn't help to control the stench of the rotting alien skeleton the teenage... Well, it's never explained, is it? But that was never in any TV show, was it? That was never in Sentai or anything, those giant sort of... whatever they're meant to be, with horns. I did like the scene in the graveyard, though. Because obviously, it sort of... Well, it didn't balance out the CG in it, but the CG at the end was so bad that the fact that they used a mix of practical and CG in this scene kind of made up for it. I did like this scene when they're in the jungle. But had they already found the ninja powers by that point? I thought that was on the way to finding the ninja powers. You remember the dinosaur bones? Yeah, that's it. The dinosaur bones that were alive. Yeah, so that's the fight when they first get the ninja powers, and then it becomes a little bit like an Indiana Jones thing, doesn't it? Except with more monsters rather than indigenous people. Ooh. To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen a still image, like close up, of what Alpha looked like in the first movie. I remember Alpha got an upgrade for the first movie, but I don't remember him looking like that. I mean, he looks better than in the 2017 movie, but I don't quite remember that. Although, obviously, my memory will be a little bit jaded in terms of trying to remember what was in the TV show and the movie. But I think I do like the look of the Ninja Zords. Ninja Rangers. Kimberly. Said it many times, at one of my first crushes. Because of her powers in cheerleading and gymnastics. Was Kimberly ever a cheerleader? I don't remember any time when she was a cheerleader. Obviously, like, sometimes they would be on the sidelines cheering on Jason or Tommy in like a martial arts competition, but I don't remember ever being a cheerleader. Kimberly makes a perfect selection as a Power Ranger. These skills allow her to jump or flip her way out of any situation. Okay, so there's another Tengu Warriors card, but it's not the ones we were... I'm a frog. Well, yeah, I mean, you had to make fun of it. Obviously, you had to use the Zords that were coming for Kaku Ranger. And that was one way of sort of making fun of it a little bit, but in a good way. Ready, Freddy. Yeah. So, oh yes, no, that's right. She gives them the suits when they're around the fire, isn't it? And then where was that card? There was a card where they were sort of overlooking. Yeah, so that's just before, and then they get the ninja suits, and then they go through the jungle, and then they get the powers and the power suits, but they already have the ninja suits. That's right. The costume design on Ivan Ooze though was great. Well, that's just the poster, isn't it? Oh, well, that would make sense. This is card number 1. Fred. Oh, what is this? What is this? That's like half cut off, isn't it? I mean, first of all, I didn't recognise Guldar, but that's when Ivan first appears. But I've got half of another card appeared in there. And I put that over there because that's a bit of a weird one. And who was the pig? This is the thing that confused me. Squat and Babu were not in the film, but then we had this pig character, and I remember I did like the design of Guldar. They did make him a bit. He's scary, but he is a bit more cutesy too. But who was the pig? I just don't. Did they ever give him a name? Not on that card anyway. Maybe he has his own card. Dulcia. Pudgy Pig's son. Well, maybe. But see, that's just one of the things that confused. Like, the 1995 movie was good. Mordant, was that his name? But it had its weird moments, and one of those things was for me when that pig showed up. It's like, well, what's that meant to be? That we've never seen that anywhere before, and we've never seen it since. Ah, Balkan Skull. I think in the pilot it was a different actor that played Skull originally. You asked this in the last stream. I did, but I still don't know. Who was the pig? I've got a bone to pick with you. Was that what Billy said? Or was it, no, who was it that pulled the bone out of his neck? The suits, to be fair, for 1995, they worked. Because they had this sort of neoprene look to them, which didn't look very good when the Rangers were like turning up for the film premiere. They were very obviously essentially like taekwondo pads. But on camera, I think they worked. The design of the helmet was a bit off. Because yeah, they had the younger actress for Rita, which didn't look quite right, and then they had more of a cutesy, but definitely higher budget version of Guldar, and then whoever that was meant to be. You're so glad they didn't go with the idea of visorless. Well, to be fair, I don't think they needed to, because once you got to this point, you could have fight scenes with them. They're not morphed, but I think in the TV show, didn't they, when they did the morph sequence, they would do, obviously they wouldn't say the dinosaur anymore, I think they would just say like White Ranger power, and they'd sort of morph into this, and then morph into the Rangers. Is that right? I can't really remember. I meant with the morph suits, yeah. But once you get to this point, kind of having the concept of visorless or clear visors and this wasn't really necessary. Weren't there another two in Balkan Skulls? Yeah, there were. Yeah. They had a whole crew. And to be fair, actually, I think in the TV show, occasionally you'd see a couple of others in Bulk and Skull's crew, but generally speaking, they were just the two of them. But I think in a couple of episodes, they did have a bit of a crew. Yeah. See, I don't remember Alpha looking like that. And to be fair, I don't think it's the best design because they've put the wider bits on the sides, and it's hard to tell which bit's the front. And these are just super zoomed in bits from either from stills or from, because that's clearly a wider shot because it's really zoomed in and it's really blurry. Is it Karen Ashley? For 5 years, Karen was a rhythm and blues singer, was she? In the group Crush. Most of her fellow Rangers of martial... Is that... Hang on, so they're mixing her real life and her character. Though most of her fellow Rangers have martial arts training, she's an excellent hip-hop dancer. Is that true? Was that ever... Or is that her real life thing, that she was a singer and a hip-hop dancer and then she became an actress? Is that what they're saying? Or are they saying that Aisha was a dancer? I think that I got a bit mixed up when they say the fellow Rangers. It's a shame we never got a mainline tie. Yeah, because was there ever another movie after Turbo? That's a cool cockpit shot, though. They did a good job with the cockpit on the Ninja Megazord for the movie. Because again, it's a practical set. Obviously, and when you see that compared to all the CG, it just looks so much better. ...1995 Turbo and 2017, yeah, I thought so. Oh, that ends up opening from both sides. I imagine we're going to start getting a few duplicates now because it's only 75 cards in a set. So we got Terrifying Ivan again. Oh, here we go, here's a new one. So we got the egg opening with the pink snot. We got the pig with the monocle, Mordant, to your right, that was his name. Goldar and Mordant betray Lord Zed and Rita Repulsa by becoming henchmen for Ivan Ooze. Another lesson learned, never pick an evil space alien as your best friend. Okay, fair enough, but where did he come from? The Time Force cast claimed that there were plans for a Time Force movie after the season ended, but was shelved. I mean, Time Force, was Power Rangers even that big at the time that it would have worked? I mean, it's never been as big as it was during the Mighty Morphin era. And that's obviously why the 2017 movie was based on Mighty Morphin. Tommy, full cast. Rocky. See, this is the thing. Obviously, they had the CG Zords, but when they went to shots like this, obviously it's a bit hard to see on camera, to be fair, but these shots looked great. Mordant, here we go. Does it say anything about him? Now here's a guy with absolutely nothing going for him. He's a real pig, if ever there was one. Mordant's one lament is that his mother never made him change his underwear? Is that seriously all there is that we know about him? He's a pig with a monocle who never used to change his underwear. It's not the best character development in the world, is it? The Ninjetti Stone. The carved images on the massive stone represent the animal spirits of the Ninjetti. These are the spirits who will guide the ninjas to success in finding the great... See, there was more of a emphasis on the... And obviously, they had the animals as their Zords, but when they did it in the TV show, it was more that they were going to ninja just for the power. They didn't put as much emphasis on sort of spirit animals, as it were, in the TV show as there were in the movie. Are we back? I think we're back. We look at quite low resolution, but Somebody in the chat let me know whether we're back or not. It looks like I am from the streams that I can see. We're back. Sorry about that. I have no idea what happened there. All of a sudden, just OBS said that it would been disconnected and it would not connect. So I had to close it. And no, whoever said pineapple on pizza, no. I'm sorry. That we were talking about why the stream got disconnected, but that distracted me even more so. I mean, I'll open that up to the chat, but for me, that's a definite no. Anyway. Checklist 1. Okay, we've seen all those. OBS has a bad habit of doing that. I use it sometimes. I mean, it's not happened to me before. I mean, we've done streams on this when I've done like the CSI game stream and the Pokemon trading card game on Game Boy. We did like 9-hour streams and no problems at all. But when we first started doing these streams, like what, about 2 months ago now, it would be when if I would, let's see if it does it now. No, if I moved quite quickly, it would sort of glitch, and I changed a couple of little things, but not a lot, to be honest, and it doesn't seem to do it anymore. Excuse me, I'm just making sure that I'm actually in focus, because I think I lost focus a bit when we did that. So generally speaking, I haven't had that many problems, and I don't know what that problem was in the first couple of streams. When I did the Vivid Voltage stream and the Power Rangers sticker album stream, it glitched quite a bit, and I don't know why, but it seems to be fine now. I ever tell you the time I got baked into a giant pizza? That was a scene from Car Ranger, wasn't it? Okay, we're starting to get quite a few duplicates now. I'm still looking for that other Tengu Warrior card we were talking about, though. In fact, I haven't seen one that was like an individual of the Gold Ranger at all, but maybe that's in the gold set. Actually, no, TJ said that in Wild Force 10. Oh, okay. But that was from Power Rangers in Space, wasn't it? It was Power Rangers in Space and Mega Ranger. So that was him saying it in Forever Red, but... Or am I thinking of something different? Was it Turbo? I don't remember. I thought it was from... Oh, so, yeah, no, it was from Car Ranger, wasn't it? Because, yeah, obviously Car Ranger was the parody. They had the monster that started... Yeah, I remember now. It was a monster that was... He spoke Japanese in an Italian accent. Okay, yeah, we're starting to get to the end now because we're not finding anything unique now. I realise how overly ambitious it was to get 2 boxes of these Power Rangers cards, considering how small... I didn't know how small the sets were, but we're starting to get pretty much every one is a... Because look, this is how much more we've got left of this box. And each one... This is quite a few deep. I mean, I think there's 100 packs. We've probably only opened about 30, maybe, and we've already got pretty much a full set. So I imagine a lot of these full packs are probably just going to have to go straight on eBay, or I might even use them for Patreon rewards. Or if we actually ever get to go to events again, I might take them along with me as giveaways. So I'd love to go to Power Morphicon, but there's no chance of that happening anytime soon. Because yeah, all of these are repeats. Okay, I've got a couple of packs here. I will open these 3 and then we'll move on to the gold box to see what we can get from that. To see if there's any difference. Because honestly, I don't know if there's any difference. But from what I can see of what somebody sent me on Instagram, it's the one where... Hang on, is that the same? That's the same again, isn't it? So it's not just that it was an error card. Like, it seems to be wrong in every pack. There's something sort of intriguing about that just because it's wrong. I quite like error cards. It was always the thing with Beanie Babies as well. You always wanted the one with an error in the tag. But yeah, none of these are really ones we haven't seen already. WM is this weekend? Oh, WrestleMania. Sorry, we skipped off from Power Rangers to... Are error cards worth more? Well, I mean, in theory, I guess, but not... Probably not if every one of them from that one is... Because if every one of this card, whatever number it is, I don't know what number it is, because the number would be here. If all of them were misprinted, then I doubt it. But yeah, we're just getting repeats over and over again, which is okay, so that's fine. So we're done with box 1, I think. We move on to this one, which is the more exciting box. But looking, I mean, that Rita card, sorry, it's a bit out of focus because it's too close. That Rita card we've already seen in the set we just opened. But the rest of the cards, well, maybe that Billy one, but the rest of the one, think... to be honest, I will not be watching WrestleMania. WWE as a product is something that doesn't really appeal to me at the moment. Okay, so this box folds up, I guess. Yeah, okay, yeah, so that's what it would look like in a retail setting. It's hard to do when they're zoomed in. Okay, well, the packs look very different. And it says 1 power pop-up in every pack. So these are definitely different. How different they are, we'll soon find out. Yeah, to be fair, the box is quite nice when it all pops out, but it's covered my mat in 30-year-old cardboard bits. No, it's not. It looks speck. I can even see it on camera. It's that speckled. Oh well, it's going to be changing soon anyway, because when we do the Pokemon Celebrations stream, that one comes with a nice Pokemon mat. I'll watch. Oh yeah, no, the Hall of Fame. Perhaps I'll watch bits. Like I'll fast forward because one of my friends has given me his WWE Network password, because we've still got WWE Network here in the UK. Obviously, for those of you in the US, I believe it's on Peacock, but we've actually still got the original form WWE Network. So I'll watch. You live in LA, but you're from Mexico. Well, hola, Roger. Good to have you on. Yeah, so the pop-up, we'll get to that in a sec, because obviously there were pop-ups in the stickers as well. The movie had pop-up things. They weren't stickers, but they were in the packs with stickers, which you'll be able to see in the back of... I think the Turbo... No, not Turbo. Down in Thunder versus Aberager video. I think I've got some on the shelf in there. These are the shinier cards. Yeah, so they're supposed to be... Well, I mean, first of all, you can see straight away that each one has got... That's just sort of matte grey on this, whereas this is shiny. But I imagine a lot of the pictures are going to be fairly similar, because they're all production. Because, yeah, obviously that was... Yeah, that card we saw in the previous set, wasn't it? It was quite early on. Let me see if I can find it. One sec. Where were we? There it is. Yeah, so it's exactly the same picture. Let me just hold it up for you so it's in focus. That's exactly the same card. But are they numbered differently? No, they're numbered exactly the same as well. That's a bit strange, actually. Because this is numbered, 132, even on that set. But did the checklist not say there were 75 cards? Where did the checklist go? Where were we? Said I was going to keep it out, and then I ended up putting it back in the pile, and I'm regretting it. There it is. Checklist 1. So I'm guessing there's going to be checklist 2. But yeah, see, this is weird. Oh, okay, no. So they're going to be numbered between the two sets, isn't there? So this goes up to 75, but this is card number 149. So I'm guessing because they're both Fleer, there's going to be like 150 cards, but they're split between the two sets. So this is number 132 in the set, but it's just that the gold box ones are shinier, but it's exactly the same card. I guess that's the way it works. They're one set but split into two, I'm guessing. Because we've seen this one before as well, haven't we? We've seen that one of him. That was quite towards the end of when we were opening the first set. That was when they're in the factory. And so this is the pop-up. So we'll look at the pop-up in a sec. So that's Bulk and Skull parachuting. So that... Oh, shoot. Easy. That wasn't in the first set. But it's number 28. So maybe it was in the first set. We just didn't find one. And that's a different variation on the one we did see in the first set. I mean, that's a menacing looking Ivan Ooze there. Lackey Charms. To be fair, whoever wrote the captions for this set is better than the first set. If you get 62 or 69, show any fault on this one, possibly. Okay, so this is pop-up number 10 of 24. How do these work? So these just fold up like that. Oh, that's better than the ones from the stickers. They're actually quite good. And you got different on each side, and then you could just fold them away again. Ooh, or can you? And yeah, it's not the most elegant in the world. That's a lot better than the ones in the stickers. Because the ones with the stickers, like, you just fold the base over and they're technically freestanding, but they don't stand very well. They're good. I like those. I mean, to be fair, they're better than the cards. And 24 of them. There's a lot. I mean, in the stickers, I think there was maybe 10? There was like all the Rangers, and then there was like Lord Zed, Goldar, maybe Rita. So it might have even been less than 10. No, because there wasn't even all the Rangers. It was like... There were 6 Rangers, obviously, and I think they did 3 and 3. So maybe there was only 5 or 6 standees in the stickers, whereas apparently 24 in the cards. I do like how the fact that they clearly just took whatever picture they could get, because that's not a very good picture. That's Adam looking at the ground. That might be in between takes. Yeah, so that trash card was in the original ones we were looking at, but obviously it's just the shinier version. And again, the casting call card with Karen Ashley, that's the same as we saw before. I don't think we saw this Rocky card, though. Although they cut off his head a bit. I think it would have been better if they cut off his feet a bit more than they cut off his head. But that's not the same one. It's not the casting call card. That's not for Steve Cadenas or Cadenas, however you pronounce his name. Rocky takes pride in instructing the kids of Angel Grove in martial arts, but when evil space aliens come to town, he teaches them a whole different lesson. Okay, so this is pop-up number 15 of 24, so that's Lord Zed. Bird Brain, that's the card we were talking about, wasn't it? So that is number 69. And then we got Adam, and then Goldar and Mordant again. So let's have a look at... I've got too many different piles going on now. So this is the Lord Zed pop-up. Oh wait, qualities. Do they have a... Okay, well it's not labelled as qualities in this one, but it says agile and light as a feather. Oh no, because she's the Ninja Crane, okay. Nastiest man in the universe, apart from, I guess, Ivan Ooze. Sworn enemy of all that is decent, but very... I mean, nastiest man in the universe, but easily beaten within the first few minutes by a different villain. He does look menacing there, though. He's such a good design. Oh, I don't want to break them. It says patent pending, apparently, on these pop-up cards. But I don't remember seeing these ever again on anything. Although I don't think I was really collecting trading cards that much. And as I say, I don't think we had these in the UK. These have all come from the US. They are the US, aren't they? Oh wait, hang on. What's this say? So collect all the following limited edition subsets: 24 power-ups. That's power pop-ups. That's those. 12 holograms. Approximately 1 in 4 packs. They do. That's quite good that they tell you the odds of finding the rarer ones. And 8 holofoil cards. approximately 1 in every 18 packs. No guaranteed number of limited edition cards per box. So, how many are in a box? Don't want to have them all fall out. It doesn't say how many are in a box, does it? 36. So, approximately 1 in every 18. In theory, we should be able to find at least 2 of the holofoil cards if we do the whole box. I don't really know what the holofoil cards are, but we'll soon find out. Or maybe that was one of the... This one where it said the Ninja Zord. Oh yeah, Holo Refractor. The Ninja Zord one. Apparently that's worth something. Well, that would make sense if it's 1 in every 18. That would make sense that they're the ones that are worth something in terms of collector value. Whereas all these other ones that are just different versions of what we've seen before. See, this is another one where they've clearly just taken a picture and split it in 2. That was clearly a wide angle shot, and they've split it up, and maybe they got 2 cards out of it. We'll see. The kid cast that you see very briefly right at the end. Opening of the seal with Ivan Ooze in it. To be fair, he looks a bit goofy there, the Gargoyle Guard. I mean, they looked menacing in the movie, but that picture does not look that scary. That shot isn't in the movie, is it not? I mean, that's when Fred is trying to convince them, isn't it? Because they're all partying because the adults are all working because they've been oozed. And then Fred appears and tries to convince them to get them back. But maybe that shot is from an alternative take or something. They're partying outside at night. Where are they in that? They're under some sort of canopy or something, aren't they? My music stopped. No, it hasn't. I've just got my volume down. Let's have a look at the Rocky pop-up. I do like these pop-ups. And they've actually done a decent job of, like, cutting the characters out. On some of the cards and some of the stickers and things, they've done a real... Obviously, it's, you know, pre-Photoshop and things, but they did a really shoddy job cutting them out. I suppose... I wonder if these cards... I wonder if each individual pack was more expensive. I didn't see a thing on the marketing or whatever to say how much these were. The Walmart ones... Oh, not the Walmart ones, but the... Whatever the other one, it says 2 for $1. I imagine these were probably more expensive than 2 for $1. It's 2 for $1... Actually, 2 for $1 is quite cheap. Because I remember growing up, like, the Premier League football stickers were like 30p a pack. 30p at the time would have been probably about 50 or 60 cents, but that's stickers, not trading cards. So we got Ivan, where the Ectomorphicons are coming out. We've got Jungle Quest is when they're just getting into the... That's an alternative Bulk and Skull to the one that we saw before. Probably from the still the same set of production photos. Yeah, because look how menacing Lord Zed looks like, but then he's defeated pretty much instantly. Goldar. We've got a different pop-up with every pack so far. That's pretty good. But no holofoil cards yet. Because what did it say? There was holofoil and there was hologram. So we'll see what the differences those is, if we could find any. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but Goldar, the Goldar from the movie, it looked better in some ways, but he almost looked a bit too cutesy. Because in the TV show, obviously, it looked like he had real animal teeth and like fur coming down, whereas obviously this one feels more like a suit. So in some ways it looks better, but in other ways it looks less menacing. So what we've got, 4 of the 24 pop-ups is a lot. They normally don't put that much effort into creating things like that. So there's a lot of subsets in this. How many? 12 holograms, 8 holofoil Zords. So there's 44 chase cards. a different Karen. Oh, actually, technically now it's not Karen Ashley, it's Aisha now. I have met Karen Ashley once. I should have got her to sign my Game Boy game. Oh, hello, look at that. Is that coming through on camera? That is like a hologram Kimberly. That is cool. I like that a lot. I'm trying to catch the light the best I can. This looks great in real life. I don't know if it's coming through on camera. I'm doing my best to catch the light. Because it is like 3D. I really like that. Is that... So that's one of the hologram. Limited edition 4 of 12. 12? Yeah, that's one of the 12 hologram cards. I like that a lot. Because a lot of these cards have been... You know, they've been nice to look at, but they've been relatively dull. They're just production photos. That is really nice. Let's see what else we can get. Aisha pop-up. We've had a different pop-up every time. I mean, this box was more expensive, but this box has been worth it so far. Seen the regular version of it earlier. Yeah, we had that sort of front-on shot. And then, yeah, the Aisha is... Aisha does look very pretty there, to be fair. Maybe I can get Karen Ashley to do something for... maybe when I redo... No, when I redo Season 1 and Zyuranger, I want to get Amy Jo. Because she denied me. It's the first one to deny doing a video of it. Jason David Frank, I think, got a bit bored because he's done 2 or 3 for me now. And obviously Jeff Perazzo. I always thought it's Perazzo, but he pronounced it Perazzo. He actually sort of went out of his way a little bit. It was to do a little bit more. Jason Narvi has done the most unique one. Because obviously he was out on holiday when he did his in the woods. David Yosta's done a couple, and he's sort of gone above and beyond on them. Jason David Frank has done a couple. David Fielding did the one where he was Zordon and then I put the effect on it. Who else did we have? We had Walter Emmanuel Jones. He didn't do one for the Power Rangers vs Super Sentai comparison, but he did do something on a relaunch. But yeah, Amy Jo Johnson said no. She wanted money, a lot of money actually, too much money, to do an introduction to the video. But I'm gonna try and get her. I'm gonna try and get her for the Zyuranger revisited one, and then Karen Ashley maybe we'll do. Because I don't think I asked Karen Ashley. I didn't ask her on the Turbo video, did I? What happened to the Turbo video? Who was it I did on the Turbo? No, it's Catherine Sutherland, Nakia Baris, Jason David Frank, David Yost, and I think that was it. Was that all the people I asked on the What Happened to the Turbo Powers video? But yeah, no, I'm going to try and get Amy Jo for one of them, and then maybe Karen Ashley. If I'd thought to do it at the time, I would have probably got her to do the Power Ranger, because I have done a video on this movie. People don't realise that I've done it a lot of the time, but one of the first videos that I did on my channel was Power Rangers video games, and then I did Power Rangers the movie video games, and in that video I talk about the transition from season 2 into season 3 and then the movie, and then we do the games. So that video is on my channel. If you go and find Power Rangers the movie video games, that's there. If I thought about it at the time, or I'd known how to do it, I probably would have got Karen Ashley to do a video for that. Ironic reference, Dulcia easily whipped the floor with the Tengus, while the others struggled. How Tommy whipped the floor with the putties his first time. Oh, okay. But yeah, I need to try and remember before we do the watch party. It's not April yet, is it? No. Before we do the watch party and we watch this movie together at the end of April, I'll need to try and remember what the story is for because the annoying thing is, I don't know let me know if you're in another country and it's different where you are, but here in the UK, to get the DVD or the Blu-ray or whatever it is of this film, and not on the VHS as well, they never have any extra features. Obviously, there were extra features, and you can find them on YouTube and so on. But the only extra feature on the DVD, I think, is the trailer, the original trailer. And they've never done like a collector's edition with any of the behind the scenes or anything like that. And I don't know why, because it would sell. But they just never did it. Oh, hang on. We've got another holograph card. We'll get to those in a second. We'll see what another pop-up. That's a rubbish card. Two to Tengu. We've got Billy and Adam looking at a Tengu warrior off camera with just its feet. But, okay, let's get to these. Look at that. So actually, hang on. We got the before I try and catch the light properly. We got the holo and non-holo in the same pack. So that's the non-holo. So that's obviously at the building site where they first go to see Ivan, and then we've got the holographic one as well. Let's see if I can. It is 3D, but I can't quite get it to. Is that coming through on camera? And then we got another. We had a. This is going so much better than the other box. We're getting a different pop-up in every one. Hyperlock chamber. Past use, home to Ivan Ooze for 6 hours news. Okay, so is this the egg? The snotty egg? Yeah, it is. See, that's a practical prop, and that looks great. Although it's the same angle on both sides. But the CG just did not hold up in this movie. The CG didn't look good at the time. I mean, I doubt you're on this stream and you're going to be much younger than, say, your mid-20s. But if you are, I can reassure you that the CG did not look good in 1995. If you're lucky, you might have a really rare one that has 3 of them. Well, let's see. That's all I have in mind. I think it's more of those DVDs that pipe it. Yeah, they're just, for some reason, there never seem to be any special features available. Maybe it's the rights. Maybe they never made a behind-the-scenes documentary themselves. They just allowed, TV networks to come on and do interviews and behind-the-scenes stuff. So, like Access Hollywood or whatever it's called. Maybe they just did things like that, so they don't have the rights to put it on DVD. But yeah, it's weird that there never has been that. I think that's the first one we've seen. I take it back about the captions, just calling it Magic Dust. The Ooze Man. See, that's the main villain in the... So, we were talking about the games. Obviously, if a Power Rangers movie game was released today, it would be pretty much the same thing across the board, whether it's PC, PS5, Xbox, or Switch. It would be the same game, pretty much. But obviously in the 90s, they were completely different. Whether you had the Super Nintendo, the Mega Drive, or Genesis, Sega CD/Mega CD, Game Boy, or Game Gear, or whatever, they were all completely different. So the Super Nintendo Power Rangers, the movie game, is okay. But the best one is on the Mega Drive Genesis, and these are the main villains on that. You don't actually see Ivan Ooze that much, but the Ooze Men you see a lot. I'm 15. Are you only 15, Arctic Shock? The US Blu-ray from Shout Factory has that 45-minute retrospective that's on YouTube, a trailer, and 5-minute professional. Well, that's better than what we got. I mean, yeah, that was definitely something for the dads, wasn't it? Dulcia. They must have done that on purpose, because they could have got anybody to be Dulcia. It didn't need to be a sexy Australian martial artist woman. I love how much he hammed it up. These are getting a bit stuck together. I mean, they've been in a pack for 30 years. Those are the same ones as we saw. But again, another... wait, I was going to say, why is that red for Tommy? But no, it's another unique... We haven't had a duplicate yet on the pop-ups. think Catherine Sutherland originally... Really? Catherine Sutherland originally auditioned to play Dulcea? I'm going to look it up while we're on... Who's the original Dulcea? Hang on, let me put these aside so they don't get damaged. Dulcea Power Rangers movie. Dulcea Order of the Meridian. I don't remember that, but that's kind of a throwaway line if she did say it. Let me see if I can find out who played the original version, because I don't know why she was replaced. In fact, the picture that's on the Power Rangers fandom one is literally just the card that we just had. Where'd it go? No, not her. Where did I just put that card? Not that one either. Oh, I don't know where I put it. Pink Meridian Ranger. What's this? Hang on. Oh, this is interesting. So, I'm on the Power Rangers fandom site, and it's saying Dulcea was the only surviving descendant of the Nethadians, a race of people who brought the great power to Phaedos from another time and another dimension. Legend has it that she, as the Master Warrior, was the only person who knew the secrets of the great power. She also had a green pet anteater-like creature named Snoggle, who can speak in an alien language that only she can understand. Don't know where that's come from. A Master Warrior, Dulcea was the bravest and fiercest of the Meridian Rangers. Although armed with an assortment of uniquely and somewhat ironically feminine weapons, Dulcea's somewhat tomboyish personality and fighting skills were more powerful. After the Order's enemies were defeated over time, she returned to Phaedos and hadn't heard from Zordon for centuries. And then there's like the image of what is meant to be the Pink Meridian Ranger, who is supposedly the one that they use in Super Mega Force, but I think that's from the original, like the original series. If anybody's at a computer at the moment, like if you go, in fact, I'm going to put the link. I'll put the link in the chat. The Pink Ranger in that chat, is that from the original, like the original Sentai series? I forget the name of it. Because I do want to do that at some point. I do want to go right back to the beginning and do the original Go Ranger. Is that what it... Was that the Pink Ranger from Go Ranger? Yeah, that's the original Go Ranger. So, I don't know where this has come from. I don't know why. Maybe she says it in the movie? That's a link that I was not aware of. Oh, is it in the comic books? Well, no, it says that in... Where is it? Super Mega Force. They mention the Order of the Meridian, and they use the Pink Meridian Ranger key. I haven't seen Super Mega Force, so I don't know. But that suggests that Dulcea was a Power Ranger at one point. But a Meridian Ranger? I don't know why you're not seeing anything. And maybe it's blocked in your country or something. I don't know if that's a geographical thing, but yeah, literally they're saying that. So Meridian Rangers were apparently mentioned in Megaforce. Oh, you're not seeing it in the US? I don't see why that would be. But it's basically saying that they mentioned the Meridian Rangers in Super Megaforce, and she's supposedly from the Order of the Meridian. Maybe it was mentioned in... Is it... Somebody said the comic books. Whilst you say that, I have a digital copy of the Power Rangers the movie comic book from '95. So let me get that up quickly. And if it is in this, I will put a link on the chat so you can see the page. But I'm gonna pull up the comic book if I can find it. Power Rangers comic somewhere. Power Rangers comics. Movie. Here we go. Sorry, I realise none of you can see what I'm seeing on my screen at the moment, but I have... Because I don't know if it's mentioned in the movie. And if it's not mentioned in the movie, then they've... I get the same as in the Arctic Shop. Why? I don't know why that is. I'm seeing a full page of texts about... Dulce. In fact... If you can't see it on the chat, maybe they're cutting it in the chat or something. I'm going to put it in the Discord. So I've put the link in the Discord. Pop over there now, and you can perhaps you can see it. If not, I'll do a screenshot. So let me know if you still can't see it, and if you can't, then I'll I don't know why that is. I'll do a screenshot. If you can't see it, go. If it's in the Discord, you still can't see it. I'll do a screenshot. But it's saying that Dulcea is meant to be a Meridian Ranger, whatever that is, and that it could just be fan fiction, I guess. But whilst we're being a bit investigative, I'm going to see if I can get up the comic book from the movie from 1995, which I have a scan of. And if it says it, I will put it in the Discord. I just need to find it. And it's going very slowly. Okay, so now that is when they get the Zords. So I need to go back. Oh, of course, it's not in order. That would be too easy. Sorry, I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I will do my best to find it quickly. I think this is a Marvel comic that I'm looking at. Dulcea. Here we go. You know him, are you... I am Dulcea, Master Warrior... No, it just says Master Warrior of the planet Phaedos. So it doesn't say it in the comic book of the movie either. So without Zordon's help, Phaedos would never have been... Nope. Does not say it in the comics, so I don't know where that's come from. Master of the planet in the movie, does she? So I haven't... She wasn't using Super Mega Force, just Mega World. I don't know. I'm guessing it is just fan fiction. But it's an interesting theory. It's a way to tie it in, I guess, that she was... But it doesn't really make much sense. However, having watched Mighty Morphin Season 1 again recently, it does suggest at one point in the series that there were Rangers before the Mighty Morphin ones. Because Rita talks about getting a sword that was used to defeat Zordon's warriors 10,000 years ago. And they use footage from Zhu Ranger of the Black Ranger, like unmorphed. So I guess there's interpretations that could be made about the fact that they weren't the original Rangers, and that would be interesting And I guess that she's talking about this article talks about a different dimension. So maybe, you know, having different ranges in a different dimension. So that would, oh, I see another holo there. That would give rise to the potential of like some Super Sentai seasons exist, but in a Power Rangers multiverse, maybe. Interesting idea. That's from Go Ranger, yeah. Alpha 5, so we got another pop-up, and then we've got the Aisha holo. Or the holographic, I should say. So we've got 3 holographics so far of... How many were there? Was it 12? Yeah, 12. So we've got 3 of 12 so far. And we haven't had a duplicate on the pop-ups yet. Alpha 5, the movie version. I mean, you say you got 3 in one box. We're barely into the box. I mean, there's loads left. So, I'd say we're doing alright so far. There were Rangers before the MMO, their ancestors too much. Gabrielle Fitzpatrick fell ill and was replaced by... Ah, okay, is that what it was? Oh yeah, I kind of lost. I was looking for why she got replaced. Hartgate was fired after requesting to go back to the States to be with her family for Christmas, and Gabrielle was brought back. Okay, fair enough. I mean, that doesn't sound too unlikely that somebody gets fired for a perfectly reasonable request. So these are ones that we've already seen before in the other set. Ah, checklist 2. Here we go. We'll go through that in a sec. Aha, yeah, look. Oh, wait, no. This is... I was going to say that we had an image that was split in 2, but they were all looking sad before. This is when they've already returned with the powers. Yeah, Zordon's alive. The great power worked. So that's a different one that's been split into 2. I thought I had this set of 36 packs. How many does gold have? Yeah, there's 36 packs in... Hang on. There's 36 packs in here, in this box. But this box had 100, and we literally opened about 25. So there's at least 70, 75 packs still in there that we haven't opened. But to be fair, there wasn't anything massively interesting in there. So I'll finish this pack and then we'll have a look at the checklist. Blue Ranger. So we still haven't had a duplicate in the pop-ups. Oh, 1 in 18 packs. Yeah. So it said, yeah, it says, so power pop-ups. There's 1 in every pack. Yeah, obviously. There are 12 holograms. Oh, yeah, the holograms. Approximately 1 in every 4 packs. And then the holofoil Zords, approximately 1 in 18. Yeah, Jared kind of beat me to it there. So you got the Blue Ranger, Billy. It's interesting that some of them are morphed and some of them aren't. So the Tommy one wasn't. So Billy is morphed, but where was Tommy? Yeah, or Rocky. Okay, so... Oh, okay, well, maybe that's it. Maybe the difference is that one says Rocky, and that one says... So maybe there's a Billy one. Maybe that's how they get up to 24, by the fact that they've, like, split them out between... There's a Billy and a Blue Ranger, there's a Rocky and a Red Ranger, and so on. Because, yeah, we haven't had a Zord card yet. And that's... Maybe that's why... Yeah, whoever sent me the Ninja Megazord as an expensive card. Maybe that's why it was a Tengu Warrior. Still not got a duplicate. Hang on. Wait a sec. 8 cards. We've got 3 cards in this pack. I thought the last pack felt a bit heavy. This one, there's 5 cards missing. Have I got that right? 8 cards, 3 cards. Well, I'd be annoyed if I got that, if I paid full price for that pack back in the day. 6 Rangers, 6 Ninja forms, and 6 Morph forms. Well, I mean, we've got... Oh, and then 6 of... Yeah, that's 18, and then you get 6 of the bad guys, I'm guessing. Well, I mean, to be fair, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've already got 10 of them. Right, so let's have a look at the checklist. Okay, so yeah, this took... Oh, I tell you what, here you go. This tells you what the pop-ups are. So we got White Ranger, Pink Ranger, Red Ranger, Yellow Ranger, Black Ranger, Blue Ranger, Tommy, Aisha, Rocky, Kimberly, Billy, Adam, Ivan Ooze, Rita Repulsor, Lord Zed, Goldar, Mordant, Hyperlock Chamber, which was the egg, Dulcia, Alpha 5, Tengu Warrior, White Ninja, Pink Ninja, Rollin' Rocky. So, no, not quite. There's 6 of the Morph form, 6 of the Unmorphed form, but only 2 Ninja form, White and Pink, and then Rollin' Rocky. And then the holograms, so we've got the White Ninja, Yellow Ninja, Pink Ninja. So we've got Yellow Ninja, got Rita, and we got Pink Ninja. But then there's also Ivan Ooze, Lord Zed, Bulk and Skull, Dulcia, and Tengu Warrior. And then the holofoil Zords is 1 of each Zord, basically. And then Ninja Megazord, Ninja Mega Falcon Zord. Maybe that... Actually, no, it was Ninja Mega Falcon Zord was the one that was meant to be the super rare one. See, this pack feels like it might... I'm going to have to count the cards in each one now. I mean, it's not like 6 or 7 instead of 8. There was 3. How did that happen? Ah, yeah, see, this is what was I was talking about earlier. This is what we saw in the cards, where there were production photos for scenes that we didn't actually see. And this is why I'd like a DVD with the deleted scenes, because they obviously shot scenes that weren't in the movie. But they're not on a DVD or anything, so I'd like to be able to have... is that... Yeah, see that? Oh no, that's the one I was talking about where it's got split into. I'd like to be able to have an option where we can see all these deleted scenes. Was that goo gobbling? Ugh. Was that in the film? I don't remember that one either. Okay, so that's the first duplicate we've got of the pop-ups, because we've already seen a Kimberly. We haven't seen a Pink Ranger. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 7 cards and a pop-up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards and a pop-up. Mighty Not the Armadillo. Good to see you again. Goldar, Muldens. Okay, so that's one we haven't seen yet, because we've seen the White Ranger, but we haven't seen the White Ninja. Hang on, 1, 2. Or is it? Oh, they just got stuck together. Oh, so yeah, so the checklist 1 is that the same as this one? Yeah, so they are, because that one's from the first set and this one's from the second set, but they're the same checklist. Okay, so we had Tommy, didn't we? Yeah, so we had Tommy and then the White Ninja. So there's the White Ninja and then there's the White Ranger, I'm guessing. So there's the unformed version of Tommy. That's what we had before. So this is the former... former Green Ranger, it said. Tommy became the White Ranger because of his courage and honor. Did he? Okay, so there's the semi-morphed version. It's not quite morphed, is it? But it's in the TV show they use it like a semi-morphed, and then we'll have the morphed version at some point. But yeah, this gold box is definitely better than the other set. Oh yeah, there we go. We got another one. So that's the Black Ninja one. Let's see if I can catch the light so you can sort of get the 3D effect. Hard to do. There we go. I think I got it there. It's quite obvious in real life, but hard on camera. Oh, we haven't seen that one before. With all the guards. Behold the great monolith of power, the final destination of the ninja's quest for the great power and Zordon's salvation. Tommy was just finishing something. Zordon teleported him nowhere and started working on the ranger suit. Yeah, there was nothing to do about White Ranger because of courage or anything. Okay, so that's... Yeah, so we already had Rocky, and now then there's the Red Ranger, and then there'll be the Red Ninja as well. That's alright. I mean, the pop-ups are pretty good, actually. We got loads of packs to go, so that's cool. Let's see what else we can find. Still haven't seen any Zords, but then if they're 1 in 18, you'd hope with 36 packs we'd see at least one. But obviously there's no guarantee of that. Because it even says no guaranteed number of limited edition cards per box, never mind pack. Yeah, these are starting to stick together. But it's been a while. It's 95. Nearly 30 years they've been sat in that pack. So, Tommy. Okay, yeah, so that's a repeat of the pop-up, that's fine. Yeah, none of the Rangers knew who it was until they brought him out. Goldar, we've already seen that pop up, haven't we? Oh, sticking together. The Ninjetti Stone, we saw that before. Yeah, so the cards are starting to be repeats now. So the only ones that we're really interested in at this point are either holofoil, holographic, or pop-ups. Because I think we've seen pretty much all the cards. Like the generic cards. Again, that was from a scene that was never in the film, wasn't it? Blue Ranger. We haven't had that pop-up yet, have we? Oh, well, that's the same picture that was on the pop-up for the Red Ranger. So there's a Red Ranger pop-up and a Red Ranger card that are the same, more or less. But to be fair, actually, we haven't seen a lot of these cards yet. But we hadn't had a Blue Ranger yet, had we? We'd had Billy. Oh no, we had a Blue Ranger. Okay. So how many have we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got half of them. Each pop-up is a copy of a specific card. That's what it looks like, yeah. Yeah, so we got half of the pop-ups. Let's see if we can get the whole set. But I don't think we're going to see anything particularly exciting in terms of just the regular cards. Oh, here we go. We got the Ivan Ooze holographic. Just about get that so you can see the effect. And then these we've all seen before. Hyperlock Chamber we've already seen. It's an awful quality picture, that one. And so is that one. They have just zoomed in massively on some. That's quite a cool one to have, just because it's the artwork. Because I did like the poster artwork from the movie. Pink Ranger. I don't think we've had that one yet, had we? We had Kimberly, but we didn't have the Pink Ranger. All the cards we've seen already. I think we just had... Oh, wait. Hang on. Which is the Kimberly that we had? That's number 10. Oh, no, number 4. So it is a different one. Yeah, so that's the posed Pink Ranger one. Okay, so that's 13 of 24 that we've got. Yeah, the only problem, the kid Cole in Die Ranger was horrible. Dulcia, we haven't had that pop up yet. Oh, that's a cool one, actually. I don't think we've seen that card yet. That's the full cast. That's a nice one to have as well. Yellow Ranger. It's Rocky with his head cut off. Is that the only casting call card? Is Karen Ashley? Because where's that checklist? Because I haven't seen any casting call for any other actors. What number card was that? That's number 144. So it's on checklist 2. Oh wait, no. There must be a checklist 3. Because checklist 1 only goes up to number 75. Checklist 2 is only the special ones. So there must be a checklist 3 with number 75 to 150. A Day the Dumps Are Green with Evil and White Light VHS tapes somewhere at my parents'. My mum kept those. My brother's Real Ghostbusters set. I've still got a few of the VHS tapes, although they're not all watchable anymore, because obviously VHS degrades over time. And actually, I should explain. So, you might have been a bit confused if you noticed a Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles stream start and then end quite abruptly last week. And that was because when I did my video on why Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was censored to Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles video, I had to back up a lot of VHS tapes, both in English, English, Dutch, both sort of Dutch and Belgian Dutch, and German. And I wanted to put the episodes on YouTube because they are actually, the rights are not owned by Lionsgate for those episodes, because particularly the episodes that are in different languages, because the dubs are done by companies that don't exist anymore. So the actual dubs don't exist, the rights don't exist, and the rights to Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles do not belong to Lionsgate. They are a subdivision of CBS or something. So in theory, I have the ability to put those episodes on YouTube, the censored version, because they act as a historical, educational purposes. But of course, they got copyright striked, and then when I appealed, YouTube were just like, yeah, maybe they don't have the rights, but I don't think you have the rights either. So all of those episodes are on are on YouTube, but they're very limited in the amount of countries that you can. I think there's only 2 or 3 countries in the world where you can watch them. So I thought, well, okay, well maybe I'll try and set up a 24/7 stream or something, but within 30 seconds, no. So it's sad that I backed up all those VHS tapes, and those episodes only exist on VHS, but they can't appear on YouTube. Maybe I can, if I can figure out a way of putting them on another network, another channel, like what's that one? There's a site that a lot of YouTubers are backing their videos up to now, and it does something. It work like the monetization is in crypto or something. I know Cinemassacre were doing it, and Hack the Movies were doing it. I forget the name of the website though, but maybe that's a solution. Who do you think the Sentai Power Ranger hate more, Poe from Die Ranger or Justin from Turbo? Justin was poorly written. That's the only thing, and they really were banking on him being the star, because if you look at the promotional pictures from Turbo, there are so many shots of all of the Rangers together, and they've all got their helmets on, apart from Justin. But he's morphed, but, well, you know, he's not morphed. He's in his suit, but he's not adult size. So he's in his suit, but small, with his helmet off, whereas all the other Rangers are in their suits morphed, and it's probably not even the actors, it's the stunt doubles. So we're meant to think that Justin is the star of Turbo, and in fact a lot of episodes are very focused on him, and he just wasn't that good. So yeah, it just, Cole, I didn't like Cole, or however you pronounce it, but better than Justin. Justin. I'm going to send you a Super Sentai of what the Sword Hollows look like. Oh, Discord DM. Okay. Hang on. Oh yes, you sent it to me. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's the Ninja. It's the Ninja Mega Falcon Zord. Supposedly is the one, and I say it's worth a lot of money. I don't know if it is. It's on eBay for $2.5 grand. Whether it's actually worth that and whether somebody would actually pay for it, I very much doubt it. Rocky. Did we have a Rocky? Because there's 3 different versions of the same. Yes, we had Rocky, and did we not have the Red Ranger as well? Oh wait, no, hang on, no, that's number 9 of 24. This was number 3 of 24. So it is. So we haven't had this one yet. So is that 14 of 24 that we've got now? Yeah, and that's the pose from the other card, isn't it? I think it's either. No, there is another version. Let me find out the name of it. If I go to, so Cinemassacre, you know, obviously from Angry Video Game Nerd, they also have their Monster Madness series, but the most recent one that they did last Halloween, they did one where it was like around the world. So it's in Monster Madness Around the World 2021, that's it. But they didn't put them up on YouTube. They put them up on something else that quite a few people... Odyssey. That's it. So... Oh, but when I click on it, actually, has Odyssey already gone out of business? No, it hasn't. So Odyssey is a thing that is essentially like YouTube, but I think it works off crypto or something. I don't really know. I looked into it a while ago, but I didn't... As soon as I saw crypto, I kind of shelved it for a little while. But Dailymotion, not Dailymotion, Hack the Movies, which is another Cinemassacre product, Screenwave product, they're backing up their videos on Odyssey also because obviously they do movie reviews and sometimes they got copyright strikes on them. So they sometimes make the Odyssey version available rather than the YouTube version. How many hollows? Okay, the 4 in one other. There are, well, actually we just got another one of the checklist, but it's checklist 2 that we want. There are, as in of the holograms, the 4 in, the 4 in ones. Wait, the 1 in 4? No. The 1 in 4, that was the holograms. So there are 12 of those. And the holofoil with the Zords, there's 8 of those, and that's going to be supposedly 1 in 18 chance of finding those. Yeah, but it's very unlikely that we're going to see a card we haven't seen, like they're just the regular cards that we haven't seen already. Alpha, I think we'd already seen Alpha, hadn't we? Pretty sure, yeah, we had. So I think it was 14. I've lost count a little bit. I think we had 14 of the 24 pop-ups. Oh wait, I haven't seen that card before. Thumbs up. I think that's him saying, "Where's my autograph book?" Isn't it? Oh, here we go. There's the Tengu Warrior one. Let's see if I can catch the... Is that... There we go. That's just about doing it, so you can see the 3D effect. So what have we got? We've got the Tengu Warrior, we've got Pink Ranger, Rita, Yellow Ninja, Black Ninja, and Ivan. So we've got 6 of the 12. So we've already got half of those. There's still quite a few packs to go. Aisha. I can't remember if we'd had that pop up already. I think we had, but I'll double check. Or is it a Yellow Ranger pop up? Aisha. So that's number 8. Oh no, it's a different one. So this is number 2. Oh, it's starting to fall over now. So that's the full pose Yellow Ranger one. So is that 15 now? I'm gonna have to organise these a little bit better. So Yellow Ranger, we got 2 of those, but in different forms. The villains, we've got Goldar, Lord Zed, Kimberly, Tengu, that's another villain. So we got the Tommy, and then we got the White Ninja. We got the Red Ranger, and then we got the Pink Ranger with Dulcia is a different thing altogether. Oh wait, is that oh that's a duplicate of Rocky. And then the Blue Ranger, that's not a duplicate of Rocky. And then Alpha, and then the Hyperlock Chamber. Okay, so we got 2 of the White Ranger. So we haven't got the full morphed White Ranger yet. We've got Tommy and White Ninja. We've got Aisha and Yellow Ranger, but not Yellow Ninja. We got Rocky and Red Ranger, but not Red Ninja. We just got the Blue Ranger. We don't have Billy or Blue Ninja yet. And then we have Kimberly and Pink Ranger, but not Pink Ninja. And then we have Alpha and Dulcia. And then the villains, we got Goldar, Lord Zed, Tengu, and Hyperlock Chamber. Okay. Oh, more packs needed. Oh, you sent me a thing on Discord. Okay, one sec. Okay, yeah. Oh, there's a book. The Bulk and Skull one's nice. Okay. Well, we got half of them so far. Which is, to be fair, it's more than I expected to have already. Because how many packs have we got left? We got 1... That one feels like really heavy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, you can go away. Bear with me one sec. Get rid of the bot. I completely lost track because I think it's 15 packs left. Is that what we got? $15 of the 36. I mean, there's still quite a lot actually. It's nearly half. In fact, that's a card I don't think we've seen so far. In fact, I don't think we've seen that card either. Pink Ninja. No, I don't think we had that one, did we? The Pretty Bunch. Whoever wrote the script did a particularly good job with... or unless they were ad-libbed. I don't know if they were. Okay, yeah, so we've now got the 3 different forms of Kimberly now. So we've got Kimberly and the Pink Ranger. And now we've got the Pink Ninja doing the crane. Well, she's doing the crane on that side anyway. So we've got all 3 of the Kimberlys now. And it was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16 of 24 that we got. Oh yeah, the Brady Bunch reunion was when he was... It was when he was destroying the command center. He was thinking, all the things I've missed, and saying all these monumentous things, and it's just like, the Brady Bunch reunion. Oh, that's a bad shot, because you I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can see all the glue and the seams between the neoprene and the fake rubber. That is when they went back to, yeah, they said they could defeat the Rangers. Dulcia, we've already seen. I don't think we've seen that card yet. Oh, so that's from the same bit, isn't it? When they're sort of reviving Zordon. Yeah, because that's 139, that's 140. So it's weird that I haven't seen another checklist yet. Like, there's no checklist for cards number 75 to 150. I don't quite know how that works. Because the checklists are not rare. I mean, we come across a load of those. Because the checklists are included in the list of cards as well, which is a bit cheap. Oh wait, no, here we go. Casting Call. See, this is what I think, because these are high numbers, so I didn't know whether or not there was another... I think that's the first time I've seen the full morphed White Ranger one. I'll put that aside. So this is the only other Casting Call card I've seen so far. So we had Karanashi. Now, obviously, this is not of Adam. This is Johnny Young Bosch. Johnny's impressive martial arts skills are largely self-taught from years of practicing on his own. He's received trophies in each of the 7 tournaments he's participated in. Oh, okay, so Adam. I don't think we've had that pop up yet. Oh, upside down. Well, it's okay, so it's Adam, but as the Black Ranger. Okay, so we haven't had that pop up yet. So is that 17 of 24? And these are the packs we've got left. I don't think there's any more. But these have been good, the gold box. First box, not so much. And that's sad because I've got 2 of those boxes, so I've probably got like 170 odd packs. And there's nothing particularly special in them. Oh, I can see another holo back there. So we've got Dulcia. Tengu Warrior, I think we've already seen. Black Ninja. We haven't seen that one yet, have we? Or have we? Was that the last one that we saw? Oh yeah, no it is. So we got 2 of those. Oh wait, so this is what it's supposed to look like. So in the other set, it was completely botched because it's split on, but on this one, okay, so it's number 36. Oh, okay, the number was down that side, but we couldn't see it before. So it's not an error card in the gold box, but it is an error card in the other box. And that's another reason why I'd like to see like a more behind the scenes stuff, because I'd like to know whether or not a lot of Ivan Ooze's lines were written or whether they were ad-libbed. That's cool. I wish it was a bit zoomed out, because then that could actually make a Christmas card, because that's inside the snow globe. I like that card. I'm going to keep that aside. Oh, here we go, another Casting Call one. I thought I removed you. There we go. Casting Call. Steve Cadenas, I never know how to pronounce it. Steve is a second-degree black belt who began studying martial arts at age 12. He's competed and won many tournaments, including the Idaho and Texas State Championships. Oh wait, there's another Tengu Warrior card I don't think we've seen before yet. That was number 62. That was the one that we hadn't seen yet, wasn't it? And then we got... we've seen all the pink the Pink Ranger pop-ups. That's the one you had. Number 62. Where did it go? I just had it in my hand. Where did I put it? I don't know where I put it. There's a lot of piles of cards here. We've opened... Oh, there it is. We've opened a lot of packs. I haven't seen a single Zord card. Which, to be fair, we didn't know that we were going to see one. We just hope it's on average a 1 in 18 chance, and we got 36 packs. We'd hope to see at least one. I can see another holographic, I think. Oh, there we go. Speak of the devil. Let me just go through this and see if we've got anything else first. I can't remember if we'd seen that pop up or not. So there is the first of it. There's the bear. And I'll be honest, they're not as nice as the holographic ones. In fact, there's a weird thing of... It's not showing up on camera, but there's like... there's almost a division line of the holo. I mean, it's nice, but the holographic cards are nicer. So this... Hang on. Yellow Ranger. Which one had we seen and which one we hadn't? So we'd seen... Yeah, it's Yellow Ninja we haven't had yet. So we've seen that one. So we're running out of options now to get the full set of pop-ups, but that's fine. I've enjoyed this box. The first box was a bit meh. Yeah, we've seen all these. Oh, Rollin' Rocky. We haven't seen that yet. Oh, we've seen all those, though. Why did they use the pictures of the Zords from Season 3, not the movie? Maybe it's something to do with 3D renderings? I don't know. Of course, Rollin' Rocky, because he's on the rollerblades. So, but he's the only... Oh, I guess, because it's rock and roll, Rollin' Rocky. I was going to say, it's the only one of the Rangers on the rollerblades that they've done on the pop-ups. How many packs did I go through to get that one? Well, I mean... Apart from the one we just said, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 27, I think we went through to get to that bear. 27 packs to get to our first Zord. Yeah, it must be something to do with the fact that it was translating the CGI to a card in 1995, because, like... If that was just a drawing, because that is a drawing, isn't it? They'd be able to create a slide that would be able to be translated onto a card and printed multiple times. Doing it with the CG rendering, I don't know if that would have been that easy in 1995. Because digital printing and things wasn't as much of a thing. This is the Yellow Ranger, isn't it? So we've seen this one before. Yeah, it's the Yellow Ninja we haven't seen. Yeah, it's the same Zords. It's just, yeah, it's just that if you buy the Megazord of the movie, it's the same toy. Yeah, they're the same Zords. It's just, it must just be something to do with the fact that it was it's harder to get a CGI rendered thing onto a trading card than. We've already seen all the Kimberleys, haven't we? Yeah, so we've seen all those. So how many packs have we got left? We've got 6 packs left. See if we can find anything unique in them. There it is. Where's my autograph book? Oh, we got the Black Ninja, but we got 3 of those now. I think we've seen this one already, haven't we? Oh wait, no. Had we seen the morphed White Ranger? I'm gonna have to go through them and have a look. Dulcia. Okay. I get confused because there's 3 different versions of the same Ranger. Tommy... No, we hadn't. We had seen Tommy and White Ninja, but we hadn't seen White Ranger yet. So that's another one that we hadn't seen that we managed to find. So we got the full set. In fact, let's start putting these in order. So, Tommy, White Ranger... no, the White Ranger is number 1. Yellow Ranger is number 2. Red Ranger is number 3. Pink Ranger number 4. Blue Ranger number 5. Black Ranger number 6. Tommy number 7. Aisha number 8. Rocky 9. Kimberly 10. So we don't have Adam, I don't think, do we? So Adam is must be number 11. Oh no, Billy number 11, Adam number 12. So we're missing those 2. And then... So that would be... So the next one will be number 13. Which we don't have. We don't have 14 either. Lord Zed is 15. Goldar is 16. We don't have 17, but Hyperlock Chamber is 18. Dulcia is 19. Alpha 5, 20. Tengu Warrior, 21. White Ninja, 22. Pink Ranger, 23. Rollin' Rocky, 24. Okay. 5 packs left. Greetings from Angel Grove. They're all stuck together. That's Rollin' Rocky again, so we've seen that one. We've seen all these cards. I don't think we'd seen that one, actually. Erector set. Careful. Having found all the pieces of the Ectomorphicons, Ivan Ooze sets up a shop in a factory. It's here at the Ooze plant that the devastating Horniter and Scorpitron will come to life. I didn't even know those were the names. They're probably mentioned in the film, but I don't remember. Oh, no, there we go. We got the wolf. So that's our second one of the Zords. Okay, well, you know, 1 in 18 chance, 36 packs. We expected to hopefully get about 2. So we got the bear and the wolf. And Adam, I don't think we've had this pop up yet either. But we got another casting call as well. So right at the end, we're starting to get some more interesting cards. Casting call. Real name, David Yost. Is it Yost or Yost? David won his role in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with his acting and gymnastics skills. At home, David enjoys swimming, hanging out at the beach, and reading plays. Although he did audition for Jason. Yeah, we hadn't seen that one yet, hadn't we? We hadn't seen the Adam pop up. It's been a decent box, to be fair. Couldn't have expected much more. Ivan Ooze. We hadn't seen that one, had we? Number 13. I do like that they've got 2 different angles on either side. I mean, a different angle on each side. You know what I mean. So then... Adam was number 12. Let's keep these in order if we can. So we're still missing Billy, which would be number 11. And then Alias the Booger Man. Number 13. Oh, I've just lost number 12. What was 12? There we go. So 14, I'm guessing, is probably Rita. Well, actually, I can tell, can't I? I've got the checklist. Pop-ups. 14 is Rita. 11 is Billy. Mordant was one that we hadn't seen, number 17. 2 packs left. Well, there's a Mordant card, but not a pop-up. Checklist number 1 again. So yeah, there's no checklist 3. Oh wait, hang on. This one's got cards. Are we back? I think we're back. I think we're back. Are we? We're back. Right. So where we left, where we probably got disconnected is, I'm getting a bit confused now, because if you notice, checklist 1 just popped up, but it's got cards all the way to 150. Whereas checklist 1, same card, has only got up to number 75. So I've been confused this whole time, wondering, because I'm sure we got this card up before already. Oh no. See, I was getting confused. So checklist 1 from the first set goes up to 75, and then we got checklist 1 again, and I just assumed that that went up to 75 as well, but it doesn't. Checklist 1 goes up to 150. Well, that's a bit rubbish. And it is rubbish the fact that card number 149 and 150 are checklist 1 and 2, so they include just to make it more confusing. Anyway, Mordant. Oh, Billy. Yeah, there we go. There's a pop-up we hadn't seen so far. Was this number 11? Yeah, number 11. So that's one we hadn't seen so far. Are we going to get to the point where we only have one pop-up missing? I don't think we're quite there. I think we're missing a couple, aren't we? I don't think we've had Morden or Rita Repulsor. So we put Billy in there at number 11. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17 is missing, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So, if we get Rita or Mordant in the last pack, we are annoyingly going to be missing one pop-up. So in some ways, I'd rather we don't find it and we have two missing, because one missing is going to be annoying. So this is our last pack from this set. Do I have a name for the background music? It's a playlist I put together from... I have an account on Epidemic Sound. So Epidemic Sound is where I get my background music from in my videos. And I put a playlist together of tracks on that, of 52 tracks. So I have a playlist, so I can probably tell you what the tracks are, but I'd have to have a look, because there's not really an artist and track. It's yeah, it's all stock music. Because otherwise I'd get 1,000,001 copyright claims. And I've had enough of those, if I'm honest. Here we go. Well, first of all, we've got the White Ninja holographic. I'm trying to catch the light so you can see the 3D effect on it, but it's not quite working. I can see it quite well in real life, but not in... oh, we got a casting call for Amy Jo Johnson. Amy Jo Johnson. Amy Jo is known as AJ since the age of 7. She has been actively involved in gymnastics. Oh, since the age of 7, she's been actively involved in gymnastics. Amy Jo has competed at international gymnastics competitions throughout Europe. And, of course, we do get Rita as the pop-up, which is one of the 2 we were missing. Young Rita with the Madonna boobs. And, of course, that means that there's 1 pop-up that we didn't get, which is more annoying than 2. And that will be Cardenas. Is that how you pronounce it? Cardenas. Huh. Yeah, so it was Mordant was the one we were missing, wasn't it? Because we got White Ranger, Yellow Ranger, Red Ranger, Pink Ranger, Blue Ranger, Black Ranger, Tommy, Aisha, Rocky, Kimberly, Billy, Adam, Ivan Ooze, Rita, Lord Zed, Goldar, Hyperlock Chamber, Dulcia, Alpha 5, Tengu Warrior, White Ninja, Pink Ninja, and they're the only ninjas, and then Rolling Rocky. So yeah, it was Mordant that we didn't get. So let's just have a look at the hollows and things that we managed to find. So we got the White Ninja, we've got the Wolf Zord, Black Ninja, Bear Zord, another Black Ninja, Ivan Ooze, another Black Ninja, Yellow Ninja, Rita, Pink Ninja, and Tengu Warrior. So we didn't get all of them, but we got a nice little selection. And we got about as many of the Zords as we could expect to find. And then I guess some of the more nicer cards that I put over here. So we got the sort of the full cast lineup in their ninjas suits, the cast lineup in their main morphed suits. We had the villain lineup. Oh, there's 2 cards stuck together there. Oh, I don't think I'd seen that one. That was Tommy on his skydiving, whatever you call it, skyboard? I don't know what you call it. The villain lineup when they first go to meet him. You got the cast unmorphed. So we got the cast unmorphed, the cast in ninja, and then the cast morphed. Oh, and then the cast morphed helmets off. So we got a nice selection there. Ooh, here we go. So unmorphed, ninja, morphed, morphed with helmets off. And then we had 2 of the White Ranger. We had another one of the cast with helmets off. We had this sort of poster art, which is a cool poster. And then the one I just quite liked because it's quite funny. We got the snow globe. Okay, that gold box was a lot better. Because we still got all of these that were never opened. But these are the sort of less interesting set. And I've got a whole other box that is completely sealed of these as well. So I'll have to do something with those at some point. Maybe I'll just do a drop of Patreon or YouTube member rewards at some point. So then, thank you for joining me this evening. It's been nice having you. The chat's been great. Just a well, actually it's not a reminder because I haven't announced it yet. There is no Pokemon Days this Monday because of a medical appointment, not for me, for my wife. So there will be no Pokemon Days this Monday. There will be Retro Wednesdays though, so we'll be back next Wednesday. But obviously in the meantime, you will have part 2 of Dino Thunder vs. Abba Ranger, which is out now if you are a YouTube member or a Patreon backer of the bulk crew and hire. So you can go watch that now if you are in the Patreon or the YouTube members. They're both it's the same thing, same levels on either channel. So you'll be able to watch them now. And then for the public, it is out on Saturday. And then obviously there'll be quite a few smaller videos coming. So obviously, whenever I do a Power Rangers vs Super Sentai video, they take a long time because you've got to watch you got to watch both seasons through whilst writing a script at the same time. Then you've got to try and film it, which takes a whole day, and then you've got at least 2 weeks of editing on top of that. So that takes a long time. But obviously now that that's out the way, you can expect some more frequent shorter videos whilst I work on the next longer videos in the background as well, because I try and spread them out rather than burning myself out on them. So there's going to be some longer Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and other videos coming up soon, as well as a load of other shorter videos which are sort of general retro, including some Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and wrestling as well, because I haven't done a wrestling video for a while now, partly because it's a little bit harder to do now because my backdrop for my streams and things will have to come down to be able to do a wrestling or Teenage Mutant Hero Turtle video, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle video, either way. But that's what you can expect coming up soon. There's going to be a lot of sort of more quick-fire, shorter videos. And of course, Pokemon Mondays and Retro Wednesdays will continue for as long as I have stuff to fill them. And of course, we will do a follow-up to the last Power Rangers trading card stream, because with those collector card hobby cards, and we'll see if we can find a shiny Tommy. So that stream is basically going to be Green Ranger hunting, because the cards are pretty much all the same. It's just going to be Green Ranger hunting. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I needed to tell you in the meantime. Oh yes, and Watch Party. So I will be announcing that more widely in the next, I think, first week of April, 8th of April, I think it's going out. But I can tell you now, and it's probably appropriate time to do it because we've just done a stream on Power Rangers, the movie cards. The first watch party that we'll be doing is the 1995 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. So anyone in the Batcave tier, either on YouTube members or on Patreon, you will have access to an additional Discord channel if you link your Discord to your YouTube and to your Patreon. Any issues, let me know, but you should automatically get integrated into that, and we'll be hosting a hangout a little bit like this, but we will be streaming the 1995 movie, so we can grab some popcorn and we can chat about kind of what we've been talking about tonight. But you don't necessarily need to appear in a chat window. I'll actually be able to either see or hear you at the same time, so it's kind of like a Zoom type hangout whilst we watch the movie as well. So if you want to be involved in that, go ahead and either join the Batcave tier on Patreon or YouTube. Should be the same. Let me know. We got a little bit of time to make sure that the integration works on Discord, but it should all be the same. So the only thing to say now is to say thank you for being along with me, and thank you for... I was about to say thank you for bearing with me with all of the problems with OBS, such as that one. OBS has been a bit of a nightmare tonight, and it's kind of caused a few problems, so thank you for bearing with me. I think the easiest thing to do is when I get off this, I'm just going to update it, and I've just spilt Diet Coke everywhere. So the stream is going really well at the end here. So I will see you all in the next one. Thank you for joining me, and I still can't transition this properly because it's not working. Eventually, it'll go to a thanks for watching screen. I don't know when though.